Morning, girls. How are we doing back here? I'm Sealtal, and this one is answering your questions. Part one. I don't know why it's part one because I'm sure she's done loads of Q&A ones before because she's just ripping off Amberlyn once again. But she's already deleted the community tab post where she was asking the questions. So who knows? Maybe she wrote them down in advance, guys. It's 30 minutes long. There wasn't like a huge number of questions, so I don't know how you could really stretch it past 30 minutes. But like whatever, I guess let's go. All I can say is that the top comment on this is a pinned comment by her that is like, to the morons who say that I filter my body, I don't. It's like, oh wow, you BTFO'd them. How could they ever come back to that with the nah, no, that's true, not true. That's the opposite of true. That's such a good defense. Okay, let's go.
Hi guys, welcome back to another video. I missed you guys, but I'm finally here to do the Q&A.
Oh, she's really copying Amber. She's even got the fucking eye glitter going on here. Holy shit.
So it's going to probably be more than one video because there's so many questions.
Ridiculous,
so I'm just going to work my way down with the ones that have the most likes. I'm going to say right now, I'm just going to lump all of these.
I'm just going to ignore all the troll ones because fuck you guys.
A lot of questions into one answer. Where's Salah?
Did he die?
What's he doing?
Did he die?
Blah, 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 blah. I will not be answering that. That's we're 100% keeping everything related to that private. And
like I said, think of your life first. It's just like, this is at 1.25 speed. This is how slowly she's answering his questions still.
Say he is offline because
he's a bad
he chooses
toilet.
to.
He's
We're
a
not
bad
embarrassed.
Toilet.
He wants to be offline. What? He wants to do other things with.
See, that's such a weird claim, and it is like the copious claim she's ever made. You know, we're not embarrassed online. It's like, oh, fantastic. I'm glad Sal is such an upright citizen that he doesn't mind that he cheated on you the second you left the country for a girl that you describe as ugly, smelly, broke, and fat. That is Chantal's description of Kai Bella. So that's it. Like, that's the quality of women he's cheating on you with. What does that say about you? And he wanted to shit on her, be shitted on, fart on her, have ham farts, grape her, and have teabag her cross for some reason, because I guess he really hates Christians. That kind of shit. But we're not embarrassed by any of that. He just chooses to be offline, guys, you silly gooses.
With his life, he just, this is not it for him. He doesn't want to be on YouTube at all anymore. And I respect that. And it's...
So it's nice, apparently Salah's choice that he doesn't want to be on because it's just not for him. Really, he seemed to enjoy everything about it apart from the getting caught cheating on you thing, which wasn't to do with his online presence like whatsoever. So I don't know, wee bit weird. Doesn't really add up there, Foodie.
It's not. It doesn't have anything to do with me controlling him.
It does. It does.
would like to continue with the couple's videos.
I would like to continue controlling him.
I would love to. Because I don't care what people think about our relationship.
You do.
Make the.
Well, you do. That's why you had like 3 different meltdowns where you were like talking about ripping off your hijab and screaming, "My husband!" That kind of shit. It's like, yeah, you really do care, bro. It's the level of cope here is off the fucking charts, bro.
Choices I make in my life, and
so upset.
Yeah, I would love to make videos with him still, but he doesn't want to, so.
I wonder how long until the divorce, because literally the only reason she got married to him is because she wanted to be able to claim, my husband, no, where's your man? My man's in this video with me. And now she can't even do that anymore.
This is going to be me, so you will not be seeing Salah anymore in videos.
Threatening with a good time.
So yeah.
Oh my god, she actually did it again. I made a point in the last video that she just moves these around. She actually got a second bunch of fake fucking roses, and she's moved both bunches now into frame to try and be like, he loves me so much, he keeps buying me roses. They're fake. I can see them from here.
That's the answer to that question. Someone asked, why does he film you in the most unflattering ways?
He does.
Listen.
He does. Listen. I guess credit to her that she hasn't seemed to have read these before, I think. Because, like, why would you have to pause like this?
He doesn't think that way, and I don't think that way.
He does.
I'm not ashamed.
Bro, this is the biggest problem when you're trying to go with, like, he doesn't think that way when he's filming me. No, he does. See the way when his, like, cheating text were revealed and it's all about, like, humiliation play and degrading women? That directly ties into what he's doing with you. So he clearly does think that way, bro.
Of my body in any angle. I am...
Well, you aren't.
Not a coward. I'm not shy.
Well, you are, because you claimed you cut out the tuk-tuk and you getting into the boat because of the angles that your body were filmed at, so you're directly contradicting yourself once again.
I show my whole body in every angle. I am who I am.
Here's one angle, guys.
I'm not ashamed of myself.
I love the fucking straight line of her gut there where the filters kicked in. Holy shit.
So I don't mind being shot in different angles. I actually tell him what angles to shoot me in and what to do. I kind of direct him how I want to be like filmed. So
do you?
I do it for...
See, I don't buy that whatsoever, because you repeatedly see her like looking over her shoulder at him and then realizing that he's filming and then sticking on like her McDonald's greeter smile, like, oh, hi, T, I'm so happy, and then like looks away again and looks fucking miserable. It's very clear that she doesn't direct him, because a lot of times she doesn't seem to like be aware that he's still filming.
Different angles just to switch things up a bit. I'm not like a catfish, and I don't like hold my camera high up here.
Bro, I would like to bring up evidence number 1, which is your fucking YouTube thumbnail, or any of the other pictures you've ever used, your YouTube thumbnail, any other ones I burst out laughing at during the end screens. You are. Like, I'm not a catfish. You are. Like, you are. Like, the fact that you're wearing all this makeup, you have your body hidden under all this shit, and you still have to use filters, you're a fucking catfish, bro.
Most of the time to make myself look thinner, because
that's what you're trying to do, bro.
I'm just not fake like that. So
you're literally hiding your fucking... She's about to put on a smug face.
That's your answer.
Is it? You're literally hiding all of your 4 double fucking chins. The fucking... And I don't even try and pretend that I'm not fat. You call yourself chubby. You're 450 pounds. You have to fake your weigh-ins. Bro, oh my Christ. This is a lot more interesting than the Amber Lynn weigh-ins, because the Amber Lynn weigh-ins are stuff like, when was the last time you listened to Katy Perry? My God, I can't even tell you when the last time I listened to Katy Perry was. That kind of shit. Because she just picks like nonsense of questions that like no one cares about, because she doesn't want to answer any of the hard-hitting ones. I guess Foodie trying to answer them but fucking failing massively is a lot more interesting, especially when she's so fucking
moved
smug.
Out, would you pretend that you were still living?
I'm gonna answer all the questions by Salah just in one question, and then she just has like 3 questions in a row by Salah.
Together and continue to live in Kuwait alone while paying him to film your vlogs.
Like you're doing right now.
This question makes no sense to me.
It does.
Why on earth?
It literally, bro. See. Remember, I've pointed out several times, so we already know what is actually happening in her real life. Because, like I've said before, anytime these people, it's like, I'm so confused about this. How could you even do that? Like, that kind of shit. Everyone knows. Everyone knows. It's just like when she was like, I don't even know how you could fake away. And it's like, oh, okay, so you're lying about it. Because everyone knows, especially in this space, how you could fake away. So this question doesn't make sense to me. It's like, no, it does. It makes, like, perfect sense. Especially because this is the woman who watches reaction channels, and each of the reaction channels is saying, Salah, it doesn't live with her anymore. Like, I personally thought he never lived with her, but a lot of people are saying he doesn't live with her anymore. She lives by herself. That's why she's sitting there miserable and started to do live streams more, because she wants attention, because she's lonely. Like, so a lot of people have said this, and she has watched them say this and explain their thought process. So her trying to be confused about it doesn't make sense.
Would I move back here to live by myself?
Like, you can still pretend you have a man.
No, I would never live here by myself.
But you are. Because you can still pretend to have a man. You can still keep going, my husband, my amazing relationship. We're not even embarrassed by all that stuff about where he wants to grape women. We're not even embarrassed by any of that stuff. He just decided he doesn't want to be a YouTuber anymore. That shit. Because of this shit, bro. Because you're, like, coping so hard with those blatant fucking lies that you'd rather say those ridiculous lies that no one believes instead of saying, yeah, I don't have a man.
Number 1, I wouldn't even be able to live in this apartment by myself. As I've said many times, I guess people just don't listen when I talk. Or they choose not to believe it, that's fine, but
is it
you're
so
believing
upset
false
about
information because you can't live in this apartment unless you're married. So we had to show our marriage certificate.
Okay, which no one believes you because, no, to live together, you have to show a marriage certificate. I think that was what the claim was. So for you to both live together, to rent an apartment together, you would have to show a marriage certificate. But you 100% can live by yourself in an apartment. I'm sure there are loads of individual Western women who live in Kuwait by themselves. I'm pretty sure, like, out of all the thousands upon thousands upon thousands of expats who live there and work there, it's not like all 100% men. Because it's like, oh, women, sorry, you're not allowed to rent an apartment. Shrug. So that doesn't make sense.
To the apartment owner in order to live here. We don't show it to online strangers because it's none of their business and we don't owe them shit. Well, so that being said...
But that doesn't even answer the question. I can't live here by myself because to live here together, I have to show my marriage certificate. It's like, yeah, but we're not talking about you living together with Salah.
I would not live here.
Why do you have to keep doing visa runs?
I don't know if I would go back to Canada, but I would...
See, where would you fucking move to then? Would you move to Thailand? Where would you fucking move to? This is the fucking cope. Why would I do that? Of course I wouldn't live here by myself. Would I go back to Canada? Um, no, probably not. Probably not, because like the flashes of bankruptcies and fucking unpaid taxes suddenly start flashing in front of her eyes.
Would maybe do something else. I don't know.
Like
Hi,
what?
Foodie.
Good work there.
Gorl.
She got fucking
434
destroyed.
likes. Hi, Foodie. Quick question. How did you manage to gain 13 pounds?
You're fat? You're fat and eat a lot?
It's called binging. Binge eating disorder. You could probably Google
is it called B-word disorder, guys? B-word. It's called binge eating disorder. Well, you're the one who says you don't have it, so don't try and fucking act like it's called binge eating. You probably fucking Google it if you fucking want to. It's like, bro, you're the one who says you didn't have it when you got scared of YouTube terms of service.
Google it, where you eat thousands of calories at once.
Oh my god.
Also, the type of food I would eat, a lot of sodium would make me retain a lot of fluid.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So
it's
very easy to go up in pounds when you have binge eating disorder. I hope that answers your question.
Oh my god, why is she so angry? Didn't anyone ever tell you don't make a video when you're angry, because she is fucking raging?
But I've been doing really well. I haven't been.
No, you haven't. No, you haven't.
Okay.
Apart from that giant fucking portion of rice and fish and everything got with a side up portion of fucking cheese. Apart from that, no, I've been doing so well, guys.
Think you'll actually do what doctors tell you. I've already lost body parts from diabetes, and what you are doing is so scary. Please stop. I try to do what the doctors tell me. I've been to a diabetes doctor.
Diabetes? Did she say diabetes? I'm not even gonna rewind. I'm just gonna assume she said diabetes doctor. I went to a diabetes doctor, but the problem is he's Indian, and due to his cultural background, I think, like, remember, because he just had to use that excuse for why she's eating like fucking 3 people's worth of rice.
Endocrinologist, and I told you guys what he told me to do, and still people come at me and say,
no one believes
he's not right. He shouldn't tell you to eat carbs.
Yeah, you shouldn't be eating white rice.
Actually, he goes for a more balanced way of eating.
Mainly because he's Indian. Yes, that's what I was going to say. He's Indian. Okay, look at this breakdown. The plate method. Milk or water. She doesn't drink either of them. Fruit. Doesn't eat fruit. This is plate. Okay, let's think back. Okay, guys, tune in together. We're going to fucking to Professor X this shit. She went back to eating that fucking fish. And it was like a big old fish, which is protein, fantastic. A massive portion of rice, fantastic. And then she ate a couple pickles.
So like, I'll put some screenshots, but like basically, yeah, just food balance.
Okay. She is terrible. Okay, so fat, fantastic. Like, we're doing a breakdown. Okay, meat and alternatives. Choose an amount the size of your palm. Okay, the fish, way bigger than that. Clearly, way bigger than that. Vegetables. That picture is a good representation of the amount of vegetables she had in the last one, because there were no vegetables with that fish and rice dish, and the size of your hand, like the size of your fist, like it's changed from the size of the palm now to like a palm and a half now, so it's a fist. That rice portion was 2 fists. So everything you're showing is wrong. Like, why are you showing this stuff? It's just wrong. Also, I'm pretty sure this isn't what you got from your diabetes, as you say, doctor in Q8, because it doesn't. It looks like it's just something you quickly got from the fucking internet.
And combining carbs with, healthy carbs with other food groups. So I am trying to do that. If I fail, it's because I either just
fuck up everything.
Have slip-ups, that happens.
Is it called a slip-up if you fuck up literally everything? Is it called a slip-up?
Okay, why aren't you doing reaction videos? Why did you change your mind in less than 24 hours?
Sorry,
I did put a community post. You could probably go read it if you didn't.
She did. She deleted all of her community tab posts apart from that one. That was the one she's like, that's a good look. That's the one I'm going to show, is me trying to dunk on community channels. That is the only thing she left up.
Why I chose to change my mind again, but this will be the last time. I'm not engaging with any drama.
Oh, I can't wait
for people that are.
She did a live stream after this, and I was sitting going like, I'm not sure how long this reaction is going to be. So the live stream's only an hour long, so maybe I might quickly do the live stream. But like, bro, what are we doing here? Look at this. Look at this is the last time I'm addressing it. Like, immediately does a live stream. I guarantee she talks about the one that
aren't worth my time or energy, which is one of the reasons. But also the main reason is I try to
do things behind the
listen
scenes
to about 2 minutes, and of the material I would have to react to.
Then how come you can like address everything people say in like reactions? How come like you tailor your content based on what people say in reactions? So I just don't buy that. But like, okay.
And I wanted to tear my eardrums out, so there.
This is the last time I'm going to address it. Instantly fucking gets upset about it. Basically, other fat reactors calling me fat, but with horrid voices. Have you heard yourself? Have you seen yourself? Like, Jesus Christ. I have to admit, maybe this is why her videos are so poorly fucking edited, because she just doesn't want to look at herself to realize, oh my god, look at the fucking state of me, trying to call other people's fat, and with horrid voices. This is the woman who thinks she sounds feminine.
There's no way there's no money on earth worth listening to that.
Well, apparently it was $5 was good enough a while ago.
For more than 2 minutes, so no. Yeah, so how long is Salah grounded from the internet? As long as he wants to be.
Oh my god, like, I'm only going to address this once. Address it. This is what, the fifth question on Salah now?
He doesn't want to come online.
Sure. He doesn't want to
grape
anyone else. Trust me.
The internet is really toxic, and it's probably...
The internet is toxic. Definitely not my husband, who wants to shit and degrade women and then grape them, and then grape their Bibles and their cross necklaces. The internet is it's too toxic for him. What the fuck?
Probably better, like, if I didn't love my Beezers and I didn't like the attention of making videos.
Do you love your Beezers? Like, remember when Music Plus Marty was doxing them, and you were still antagonizing him because he couldn't do shit to you because you were in Q8, and then when you told your Beezers, it was like, well, I don't know, maybe you guys should just review your online security. Maybe it's that, maybe you don't love your Beezers, like, what's a fucking ever, bro?
And entertaining people, I wouldn't want to be on here either, trust me.
It's because you'd go bankrupt again if you didn't make videos. It's probably that, bro.
If I wasn't making money from the internet, I wouldn't be doing it.
See,
so just to reiterate, it's 100% Salah's choice not to be on the internet.
Do you know what, you can keep saying it, never gonna believe it.
Control him. If he really wanted to come online, that would be up to him.
Well, yeah, it's because he's a coward. It's his choice is that he's hiding. Yeah, he's a coward. He's a coward. But your claim of we're not embarrassed, it's like, well, then why is he hiding? Then why is he hiding? Duh, bro, it's pretty obvious. They can't say, oh, the internet's too toxic for him. When he started to try and become a reaction channel, where he tried to go after, like, was it Gordy Bread and there's an oil person and FFG. If he's trying to go after those people, then yeah, he's okay with internet toxicity. We're all in this shit pile together. Salah probably enjoys that a lot more than most.
But like I said, I want to do couples videos, but he doesn't.
Uh-huh.
Why are you not taking insulin to get your blood sugars back to normal and avoid further damage to your body? You were not able to do it with just medication. 10 is not a good fasting blood sugar. So this is the point where your doctor should be putting you on insulin. Okay, so Gorlworld, I'm not a doctor. I did bring that up to him. He doesn't think I need to be on insulin, so he didn't prescribe me insulin.
Sure, okay. Well, I think she probably is on insulin, and she probably takes it and just to get that 10 reading. That's my reading of it. I 100% think she does just get insulin, just to lower it after her binges. That's what I think she is. I think she is by prescribed insulin. I really don't think, like, a doctor, when he sees, like, a 450-pound woman who is, like, a super high... And Millie, this is even if she is actually seeing a diabetes doctor. As we all are fully aware, that what she went to could have been for anything. It could have been for, like, Salah's ingrown fucking toenail again. That's why she was in the clinic. It could have been for any fucking reason. But I'm pretty sure if they did see her, they would give her insulin if she had readings that high and her health was generally this poor.
Actually, 10 for now. It hasn't been that long I've been on medication, and it went from 23 to 10, so that is pretty good. Right?
Well, yeah, but 10's still terrible. It's pretty good. I only have 3 heart attacks a week instead of 7. It's like, oh, you know what, bro? If that's the measurement you want to go by, it's still not good. I don't die constantly, guys. I'm just dying a little. Right
now. If it doesn't go down in the future, maybe we'll look at that. I don't know, but...
Surely it should, like, have gone down. Like, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a diabetes guy. You know, so I don't know. But surely, like, your diabetes only really shows, like, what you have in your system. So if she had changed her diet and was eating, like, a diabetic-friendly diet and was taking the correct medication, it really should go, like, all the way down, pretty much, shouldn't it? If she has it under control, it shouldn't still be so high. It's not like it's just going to, like, just gradually decide itself to go lower over time. Surely it should have been a quicker change. I might be wrong. I'm not sure.
I also haven't been completely eating in a very diabetic friendly way.
Yeah, no shit we've seen.
So,
bro.
I mean, that's no secret. I don't hide that from the internet.
Except you do. Except you do. You claimed at your binge that you only gained 13 pounds. Sorry, that you gained 13 pounds, and the only thing that you binged on was a Taco Bell about a week before that. Do you know what? That Taco Bell itself doesn't even weigh 13 pounds, bro.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's why my doctor didn't prescribe it.
Sure, bro. Everyone believes you.
Why not come clean about the couples channel and Salah? If he's not coming back, why are you together if what you wanted was a couples channel in the first place? Come clean about what? I've said he does not want to...
Come clean about what I've said, bro. You said earlier on in this video. You're acting like this is a live chat going on here. But why are we still addressing... I thought she said she was going to address this once. She was going to sum up all the Salah stuff in one answer. And this is like the 6th time she's answering
continue being online. If he's not coming back, why are you together? So you're basically saying that the entire reason, and you choose to believe that the entire reason
it's because you want to couple
we're together is just for content.
Yes.
Well, then that's your problem, because
it's your problem.
There's something called love.
no, it's your problem. I've said this numerous times. If you stand in a room and there's 100 people in the room, and 95% of the people turn to you and go like, "You're ugly," that's a you problem, not a 95% of the people problem. If 95% of the people look at the BBJ situation and go, "Oh, you're an animal abuser," that's a you problem, not a them problem. You have done something to show them that you are an animal abuser. If you're able to easily convince the vast majority that you are the problem, then you are the problem. If the majority of people look at your relationship and say that it's fake and it's for content, or it's like trying to get him to Canada, or whatever it is, just reflects on the haters, whatever. If the vast majority look at it and see it as that, that's a you problem, because you haven't been able to show anything to make people think that this is a real relationship, because you just haven't. Like, if you watch any of her old couples channel videos, her couples channel videos are just like awkwardly mumbling at each other. There is no relationship there whatsoever. Like I said before, there was a part of me that was really tempted to do like a massive like reaction to like all, because I haven't even reacted to all of the couple channel videos, because I did a couple here and there at the start, and then I started doing more of them, especially towards Thailand. I was thinking about going back and just doing like a big reaction to like all the ones I missed or something like that, just for fun. I might do it. Who knows?
Okay, this is I don't even know. Have you looked at the symptoms of oppositional defiant disorder and borderline personality disorder?
That sounds about right.
Do you believe you might be experiencing disorders? Is it possible that you're addicted to...
No. Then I'm just going to say, if you haven't looked it up, you're not going to be able to answer this truthfully, because you don't know what you're talking about, because this person, if they're saying you might have this and you haven't looked it up, then you can't answer it. I'm assuming oppositional defiance disorder is that thing where someone says, you should go right, they go left. That kind of thing, where people just like have a fucking freak out. They can't be told what to do, because they will always just do that, which is like, those kind of people are irritating as all fuck, honestly. So yes, I does she have something like that? I could see bits and pieces of it. I think the whole cat thing. Like, the whole cat thing, it is very much like people saying you're an animal because you shouldn't have an animal, and she instantly rushes out and gets an animal and treats it really poorly again. Is that just because she's like, you can't tell me what to do, you can't tell me I'm a bad pet mom and I shouldn't have another cat? Part of it feels like that, but also part of it feels like she is just doing it to try and prove to people, look how good a pet owner I am.
Stress? No. Additionally, why are you not interested in learning to speak Arabic, especially considering your desire to live there for a while? Your husband's first language, and as a means to show appreciation for the culture.
Yep.
I appreciate the culture. Doesn't mean I have to speak the language.
It does. Like, if you live there, you should be learning the language. You should. It's like I always criticize like English people, because there's a big portion of English people who like to go and like have holiday homes or like retire to like Spain because it has better weather, because obviously England has terrible fucking weather. So a lot of people go there and they like form like English communities like in Spain, and they never learn to speak Spanish, and they're always like I remember hearing like someone complain before that there's like, why is everyone at the resort I went to speaking Spanish? And it's like, because you went to Spain, you dildo. Like that kind of shit. It's very much like that. If I went to Japan, anytime I go to Japan for holiday, I always try and learn as much as I can to go, so I'm just not the awkward white guy going like, burger with fries. I don't want to be that guy. Merely, if you ever walk into McDonald's, they fucking clock you immediately, and they flip the menu instantly to the English one just to try and make it less awkward. But the biggest problem is you're up standing in front of them there in a queue, and you just have to quickly look at the menu. Oh, I've got this, and this, because like you're just like, well, fuck, I need to order this as quickly as possible now because I find it's on English menu.
I might learn Arabic. I'm learning slowly with him, but I might take a course in the future. I don't know. I'm focusing on other things right now.
Yeah, because you can... Well, maybe you should learn Arabic because... Oh, what's it called? Oh, yeah. A hobby or a good distraction, because that's a way to get around eating. Like, guys, I'm pretty hungry right now. You'll see soon enough why I'm pretty hungry, but hopefully it's a fun idea. Who fucking knows? But I'm pretty hungry right now, and I'm doing things to try and get around it. Like, one of the things I'm doing is I'm actually back to studying Japanese again. I have the fucking textbooks and all out, and I'm back to trying to learn again. I'm also playing more video games and stuff like that. I'm doing things to try and distract myself from the hunger. And that's what you should be doing. Like, read a book, watch some movies you hadn't thought of, watch an anime, but anything like that. It's a good way to get around being hungry, is to have a distraction. So that is something that she could just be doing. You could be learning Arabic just to get around. And Arabic is easy to learn. Well, it's not like that. Arabic's easy to learn in the fact of download Duolingo. There you go. It's not like you have to go to a course. It's not like you have to go to a classroom somewhere. It's not like you have to pay for it, because we all know you're fucking broke. Download Duolingo. I'm sure there's dozens of Arabic learning apps like on the Google Play Store. I'm sure of it. So this whole LARP about like, maybe I'll do it sometimes. I'm just focusing on other things right now. Like what, bro? Cleaning your apartment for the 74th time?
I don't know why oppositional defiant disorder.
The oppositional defiance disorder that you haven't looked up. So don't try and act like you're like put off by it. You have no idea what it is.
I don't know. I mean, are you a psychiatrist? I don't know. Are you suggesting that that's what I have?
Well, you don't even know what it is. You can't answer this question.
I've been to many psychiatrists and they've never mentioned that.
Have you?
Thanks for the question.
Have you? Because you claim that you don't like therapy and you don't go to therapy. So I don't buy that whatsoever.
Question. Why is one side of your face swollen along with your eye? Have you seen a doctor about this? My face is swollen on one side.
Yeah. This side. Do you not see that you're not symmetrical? Yeah.
I don't see it.
Okay.
Maybe you're looking too much at my face. I don't know.
Maybe you're looking too much at my face. It's like, so that they would notice it then. If they're looking at your face too much, they would notice an issue. Like, fucking, you got them, Sealtal. How would they ever come back from that?
If you end up too ill or bedbound and become unable, these are like the dumbest questions I've ever read in my life.
Are they?
I know why.
Are they, bro? Like, you're struggling to walk 3,000 steps the other day. It took you nearly 2 hours to walk 3,000 steps the other day. How is this a dumb question?
I'm annoyed is because I know where this comes from. Because
you're so upset.
Reaction channels will sit there on panels for 2 hours talking.
I'm just curious, because like I said, guys, I don't watch a lot of reaction channels. Are there panels? Do people still do panels? Like, I maybe it's just me, but like maybe the ones I watch, I haven't seen like a panel where there's like entire groups of people sitting down to dissect Foodie Beauty. Unless you're talking about like Sin and Sass, is that what they're called? Someone regularly said I should do a collab with them. Sorry, I don't really do collabs with people. I'm a loner, as everyone's aware. But like Sin and Sass do, like they sit down and they talk, and I've watched a couple of them before. They're very funny. I really do like them. But like, is there any other panels I'm unaware of? Am I not involved in any of the secret groups, guys? Are they anti-Irish or something like that? Do I not get invited to any of the panels?
About contriving these stupid theories. If you end up too ill or bedbound and become unable to make YouTube videos, what's your backup plan to make enough money to continue living how you...
Isn't this like this could be entirely like a genuine question. Have you ever seen like My 600 Pound Life? You're the one who struggles to walk 3,000 steps.
You are without issue.
Yep.
Listen, if I become bedbound, which won't happen, because I literally just did a video of walking, but okay.
If I become bedbound, because I literally just did a video of walking 3,000 steps in 2 hours. Kindly take several seats. I am like a fitness queen. How do you think this is impressive? That it takes you hours to walk short distances? How? In what way? Like, I don't even have my phone with me here because it's like early in the morning. I'm not long up. But I was going to check to see how many steps I've already taken just this morning, but it's off in the other room. Like, this is not impressive. The fact that you sit here and think that this is impressive is the reason why you might become bedbound.
If I become bedbound for some reason, then
you know, like diabetes taking my legs, for some reason.
YouTube would be the easiest form of making money.
Would it
not? I mean, you just have to lay there. I'm sitting here. I can.
Yeah, but like no one cares about your sitting down content. What would your content be? Sitting there immobile whilst like I don't know, like your imaginary Salah comes in and just throws food at your face occasionally. What the fuck would be the content? When you've had to resort to walking videos as your content because you have so little content, a lot of your stuff is like visiting restaurants or going to petting zoos or whatever the fuck it is. With all that content gone, what would be the rest of your content? Just constantly just sitting in place?
Lay there and also talk to you guys and go live or whatever. But I'm not the type of person who like sits here and thinking, what if? No, I live my life and don't worry about that.
Yeah, maybe you should be. That's why you're 450 pounds. Woman with 450 pounds and crippling diabetes so bad she had to go to the ER in Canada, like, is the one who says, I don't really think about, like, what if? So, I'm living in the moment, guys. It's like, yeah, I can see that, bro. Are
there any ideas for videos with Salah when he returns? I suggest you should have Salah read out a hostage apology note in an orange outfit in the desert next to you with a vegetable pointed to his head. Yeah, seriously. If that...
Does she think that person's on her side and not making fun of her in the whole situation? Does she think this person's like backing her up in any way?
He won't be coming back, but that's a funny idea. I like that.
He's dead. Salah's
dead. There are about
she
7,500 Canadians living in Kuwait. Why have you not reached out and made friends with any of them?
Yep.
I don't really care what...
I don't really care about The fucking evil West. I'm not sure if I mentioned it before. The fucking evil West. I am not a Westerner anymore, guys.
Culture you're from, like, to make friends with?
You do. You do, because you specifically said you, like, went after Arabic men. So you do care about the culture. You said specifically, when you look on Tinder, you look solely for Arabic men. So you do care about culture. Don't try and say that. Like, that's like really fucking goofy thing to say, because it is just blatantly fucking wrong. And also you do when you have to keep pointing out, like, oh, this guy's sitting next to me, he was Indian. Like that. Like, you clearly care. I have Squeaker just slowly tapping me on the chin here the whole time. What are you doing, you goof?
If anything, I'd probably rather make friends with, like, locals, because I have a lot of...
With locals? But I don't, oh shit, but I don't speak Arabic, and I'm not interested in speaking Arabic. Shit, do you see the fucking problem there, you goof? I don't want to make friends with Westerners. I actually would rather make friends with the locals, even though I don't speak any of their fucking language. Fucking outstanding, bro.
Canadian friends, like, I want something different.
You don't have any Canadian friends.
I don't trust anybody. Like, I've had people reach out to me wanting to meet and, like, hang out.
Like what? I'm sorry, no, you have not had people reaching out to meet you in Kuwait. No, you didn't. You were stunned in a live stream. Like, what was it, 2 live streams ago? She was stunned that someone was watching her from Kuwait, and she said she didn't think anyone watched her from Kuwait. So no, you haven't had people reaching out from Kuwait because you're stunned that anyone actually watches you from there.
Yeah, but I don't trust anyone from the internet.
Shouldn't. Like, I wouldn't.
So I'm a little apprehensive about that. Also, I just don't really have time to focus on making new friendships. Making new friendships with...
I'm just so busy, guys. Like, this apartment isn't going to clean itself 17 times a day.
People is draining, and it takes a lot of energy, and I just focus all that on bettering myself right now.
Sure, bro. Okay.
Have you or...
This is a woman who claims that she does literally nothing with her fucking life. She doesn't learn Arabic. She doesn't speak to people. She doesn't interact with people. She doesn't do anything apart from apparently clean her apartment and occasionally cook for herself. But it's because I'm using so much energy to better myself. Keeps gaining weight. Constantly looks fatter. It's like, how the fuck? What are you doing with all that energy if all of it is fucking failure? Maybe you should actually stop focusing on fixing yourself. Every time you focus on fixing yourself, you make it worse somehow. Maybe if you actually met friends, you actually would leave the apartment more, you'd be able to walk around more naturally and actually lose some fucking weight.
Or do you consider your life out of control when it comes to your ability to control your eating and control your health?
Obviously, yes.
Well, yeah.
Obviously, yeah.
I thought that was pretty obvious.
Yeah.
If so, have
But you're the one being smug and constantly like shooting down ideas to do other things because you're doing it your own way and working on yourself. So like the two of them, like, obviously, I thought that was pretty obvious, guys. It's like maybe you should like take advice and stop like doing things your own way.
Considered inpatient or an outpatient program?
Yes.
Yes,
you should.
and I've been to both. Sorry, I've tried to get into an inpatient program in Ottawa, and they have very limited beds.
So.
And the outpatient program pretty much did nothing for me.
I tried to get into it, and so anyway. Fucking solid answer there. Imagine just trying to skip past that one.
Put me on Vyvanse.
What about Kuwait? Surely Kuwait should have inpatient, since Kuwait is like the heaviest country in the world, apparently. So surely they would have a lot of inpatient. Why don't you do that if you're such a rich baller?
And that made me feel like I was on like a hard drug. What would you do if YouTube ended?
It's just like a channel.
No idea.
Cry, scream.
Life would go on though. I mean, that's it. You know.
Cry and scream a lot. I never
stay stuck for a long time.
You do.
Did you?
Bro. This thing. I never stay stuck for a long time. Okay, bro.
Really walk those 3,000 plus steps, or did Salah walk most of them?
I think Salah walked most of them.
What? We walked alongside. That's how he was able to film me.
No, well, actually, a lot of times it was Salah walking around by himself because you didn't actually appear on camera for a bunch of it. So that's why. Like, Salah wasn't actually filming you for a lot of it.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
This, like I said, like this is the key thing to look out for. Anytime she acts confused by something, you know she's been caught in a lie. Because how would this be confusing? I don't even know what are you even meaning? I don't know by that very straightforward question of did you actually walk the 3,000 steps or did Salah walk most of it for you? Like that's a really, really obvious thing. Like she watches reaction channels. She watches reaction channels speculating this. She knows what people are saying. So her trying to act confused by even the logistics of it shows she's lying.
I was in like the majority of the shots. So no, and I
weren't.
Even showed like my phone. No, I walked.
I even showed my phone. It's like, oh, good thing Salah couldn't have put that in his pocket. See, this is the thing. When her only defense is I showed my phone, then you know that's a fuck up.
Would you take on the challenge of giving up rice for veggies for one entire week? Yeah, I would for sure.
Then
yeah,
do it.
No problem. I love veggies. I do.
Do you? Just like in the last meal where I didn't eat any. Then do it. Like, if someone says that, then just go like, yes, okay, I'll do that for a week starting today. and then actually show us your meals instead of just that thing where you just don't show meals. Ah, yeah, I totally did it off screen, guys.
Just because I'm not able to always control my binge eating doesn't mean that I don't like vegetables. I do love vegetables. So yeah, I would definitely try that sometime.
Where did the thanks Beezer thing come in from? That's like the first time she's posted that.
I have spent a lot of energy in my life. I am old in the pursuit of men.
Okay.
Don't all women, like, want a partner? Or most of them?
What?
Watching my weight, changing my personality, and fussing over them. And you know what I have realized? Men don't like women at all. It takes age and life experiences before they even really care about other people.
Deirdre, fucking put down the bottle of wine. You sound drunk. Get off your soapbox. What the fuck is this question?
Even their woman.
What is this?
I think you're talking about personal experience. If you never had to pursue...
That's literally what she said. Fucking Sealtal in with a fucking great comment.
Oh man, what would you do with your life? What are your interests? I don't think that my life has anything to do with pursuit of man. I don't
think my life has anything to do with a pursuit of a man. Now, ignore me as I sit here in my Kuwaiti apartment, dressed in a hijab, pretending to be a Muslim, where I'm like trying to lose weight because my husband wanted to shit on some other woman. Bro, you're the worst person in the world to try and say, I don't do anything in pursuit of a man. When you were willing to take meth with Koki to try and keep him, you were able to pay all of his bills to try and keep him. Then, after that ended, you instantly moved to Kuwait to pretend marry Salah. Your entire life is pursuit of a man. You have no interests, no hobbies. That is what the person's asking. If you weren't spending your entire life focusing on man, what is your other hobbies? What else would you like to do with yourself? Would you like to be a writer? Would you like to be an astronaut? That kind of shit.
Leave and be single right now and still have my independent life.
Then you don't have an independent life right now?
I definitely
What are your hobbies?
love Salah, and I felt
What are your hobbies?
And that wasn't planned. It's not something
Holy actual shit, she isn't even answering the fucking question.
that I planned. It's not like I was like,
what are your hobbies?
I need a man.
What do you do with your life?
I don't need a man. I want a man. Actually, maybe I do need a man.
I'm done. Fucking bye, guys. Bye. This is fucking stupid. This is done. That's too dumb. That's too dumb for me. That is actually too stupid for me. How the fuck? I don't need a man. I want a man. Well, actually, yeah, I do actually need a man. I can't. Answer her question. She's asking, like, if you weren't trying to pursue a man, what else would you like to do with your life? What other hobbies or interests would you have?
Need someone, supportive, and
that's just
I
so
need
pathetic.
Romance and attention.
That is so pathetic.
Intimacy.
That is
Intimacy
so pathetic.
is a huge
I need intimacy. Well, too bad you don't fucking get any of it.
thing in my life.
Oh my god. This is
so
this is the woman who filmed like the couples channel to try and flex on the haters, and that's what she thought was like showing their intimacy. Because she used to claim it's like our chemistry is like obvious on camera. And it's like, hello, hi, how are you? Oh, I'm good. That's her idea of intimacy. Answer the question.
Oh yeah, I don't really understand the question, I guess.
Oh, there you go, caught in a lie again, because she's I'm so confused again. The woman is clearly asking you, if you weren't like spending your time pursuing a man and trying to get a man, all that kind of shit, what would you like to do with your life? Is there what other things would you want to do with it? It's pretty obvious.
Like I said, I've never really pursued a man, like to the point where it ruined my life. I've always worked, always had my own life.
Nader Salah.
So I don't really understand your question fully, but
Nader Salah. Why did you jump cut? Were you fucking in pain sitting where you were sitting? What the fuck was that? I don't understand your question. Nader and Salah. You do. I've never pursued a man. Nader and Salah. Nader, you fucking like creeping around outside his house at night looking through windows. Yeah, you pursued Nader, certainly.
Sorry guys, I don't like to sit in one position for too long. It's painful now.
It's painful now. That bedbound, you sound stupid asking a question like that. Me being bedbound, I can't even sit for 15 minutes though, guys, because it's painful. Fucking what?
You uprooted what life and family connections you had in Canada for Kuwait and everything you thought it was going to be.
Yep.
What if...
This is the perfect question to ask after that last question that she pretended she didn't understand, where it's about pursuing men.
If in 5 years' time something happens to your family... Okay, I'll answer that first part. You uprooted what life and family connections you had for Kuwait and everything you thought it was going to be. If you're referring to the event that happened with my husband and I as it completely ruining everything we had built, that's where...
What? Like, or maybe they're referring to the fact that you moved to Kuwait within like a couple of weeks of knowing some rando on Tinder. Maybe that's what they're referring to.
The reason I'm here is because it didn't. Because that's where I outweighed everything we had
You do outweigh a lot of things.
What we talked about in private and new promises we made to each other. We are starting again anew.
We are starting again, you know, after he's cheated on me this time. You know, we're just decided, why not? Clean slate.
And
what the fuck?
Moving on. So Kuwait is everything I had imagined, and I maybe didn't foresee that.
Me sitting alone in my apartment, eating food and gaining weight. It's everything I imagined it to be, guys.
That event happening, but maybe that was my error. Maybe I was naive and needed to
imagine my husband cheated on me the second I left the country and talked about wanting to rape women. I'm so confused, guys. Maybe I'm a bit naive about the situation.
That there were some communication issues in our relationship that we had to fix, and
like he couldn't tell me he wanted to rape women. Such a communication breakdown. What the fuck? Imagine trying to say that the cheating only happened because he couldn't tell you that he wanted to rape women. Imagine that. That's all. I can't even think of anything else to say. But imagine, it's like the communication that caused a breakdown in your relationship was that he couldn't tell you he wanted to degrade, rape, and make women give him their money whilst he shits on them and use them as a toilet. That caused some friction in our relationship that he couldn't tell me that.
Everything else I really enjoy about being here.
Like what?
So, to answer that.
Like what? Answer that.
What if in 5 years' time something happens to half your family and they are no longer there? Will you regret leaving stability in pursuit of needing to belong to a man relationship? Oh, honey, I don't know how long you've been watching me for, but if you think that my life in Canada was stable, please go back and watch me.
Oh, honey, please go back and watch. Oh, shit, I actually deleted all my previous videos. What a weird flex that she's trying to be like, my life in Kuwait is so much better because it wasn't much better in Canada. It's like, but it's not better here. You're trying to act like it's better here, but it's not. Like your life in Canada was shit, yeah, because your life in general is shit. But the worst part of it was natter. But that was also a you problem, and that was also you pursuing a man problem.
My live streams from a year ago, okay?
The ones you've deleted? All the ones you've deleted.
I'm so much more stable now than I was back then.
Not.
I don't regret leaving my family because everyone has the right to pursue their happiness, even if that's not, even when I lived in Canada, I didn't see my family every single day. Everyone has their own lives.
Yeah, but it's a big difference. I didn't see my family every single day, so I see my family once a year. There is a big difference there.
You know, like, I can go back anytime, like I did around Christmas and see my family. So, will I regret not seeing them as much? I mean, I'm making the decision to be here, right? So, if something happens and they get sick, yeah, I would go back and be with them.
Would you? Could you afford to take it back?
But as it stands now, I'm totally.
I would definitely go back if it was in a 3-monthly cycle. I would definitely go back, not for a visa run or anything like that. It'd definitely be for my family, guys.
Fine with going back and seeing them maybe once or twice a year, and I talk to them every day. So
no, you don't.
I don't know where people get.
I guarantee she doesn't.
Projecting or they're
you wouldn't be that fucking lonely and depressed if you actually spoke to your family every day.
Thinking of themselves when they say I need to belong to a man. People see me as like...
You're the one who literally just said that you need a man because you need romance and attention. You're the one who literally just said that.
Weak and pathetic for running back here.
Yes,
again, you don't fully know our relationship, everything we build other than this one slip up.
This one slip up and the other ones, but we're only talking about this one right now.
Messages, it wasn't in real life.
It wasn't in real life.
People think that I'm like weak or something.
If he's sending dick pics and shit like that, then yeah, it was in real life.
For running back here and trying to make my marriage work over that mishap.
Yep. Over that mishap, I think I would shoot myself if my girlfriend cheated on someone and talked about. I don't know how my girlfriend could do it, but maybe she is. She's a strong, independent woman. Maybe she could grape someone. Maybe she could grape someone and want to shit on their chest and shit on their fucking Bible for some reason. I don't know. But if she did that, I wouldn't think of that as like that incident, the wee mishap. I wouldn't think of that. I'd be like, what the fuck?
I think I'm strong to be dealing with all of these things.
I think you're the exact opposite.
I don't have to.
I think you're pathetic. I really genuinely, if anyone knows me, I think pathetic is like one of the strongest words. I think you're genuinely pathetic that you have come groveling back to Salah and are trying to like flex on the haters and mainly focusing on trying to dunk on the haters to deflect from all of this shit because it revealed that your marriage is literally a fucking scam. I think that would be the most depressing shit in my entire life, and I think you're pathetic for still trying to keep up this facade when no one believes it. Even your fucking beezers don't believe it now.
To be here, I could be anywhere in the world I want to. I have that fortune. I'm fortunate enough, mashallah, to be able to work. Successful enough in social media to be able to work wherever I want.
No, you aren't. You factually just are fucking not. That is the long and short of it. You do not earn nearly enough money where I could work anywhere and do anything I want. No, you couldn't. You couldn't. Like that as the long and short of it, you fucking couldn't, bro. You live in like the cheapest area of fucking Kuwait, and you sit there and just order fucking takeout. That is your entire life. Boo-hoo.
In the world. I this is, you know,
I also couldn't afford to go out to Canada because it'd make me pay my taxes.
My husband is not the only man on the planet.
My husband?
I choose to be with him. I love him.
But he's the only man who'd take you, though.
Worth working on.
Is it?
People get very small snippets of what we.
No, we see your relationship. It's very clear. My husband isn't the only man in the world, even though he's like the only person who texts me on Tinder, and I instantly flew it to marry him.
We deal with and what we talk about, what we go through. So.
Depressing.
What happens if Salah up and leaves you because it isn't what he wanted after all? Okay, then that happens, and
I cry and scream and do a rage stream.
You don't know the language, you don't know customs or laws.
Yep.
A lot of people who travel don't really know all that, and I do know the custom in.
Yeah, but you're not traveling there; you're living there. You fucking goober. This is why it doesn't work. It's not a solid argument.
Customs and laws a lot now, and I have my husband here as a translator.
No, you don't.
You have no friends. I do have friends. I talk to online, and there's no.
I have friends. I talk to them online. That's so sad.
Family will fly to Kuwait to see you. What if you have a near-death experience? These are all like.
He's already had near-death experiences.
What if this happens? What if that happens? What if this happens?
Yeah, it's a Q&A goober.
What if that? Like, thinking of all of the worst-case scenarios. I don't do that. Like.
Yeah, we noticed you're 450 pounds and you're about to die of diabetes. We've noticed, bro.
I try to develop my character to be able to deal with problems as they come.
I actually wish you would just develop your character so I could stop making jokes about you not having personality. I really wish you would do that. Develop your character. Get a hobby. Get an interest. Grow a personality. Anything, bro.
Not because they can happen, but I don't anticipate them and give myself more anxiety.
That's
like
your bad.
You must have a lot of anxiety in life. I don't know.
I don't, because I think of like bad things that might happen, and I work to make sure that they do not happen. As such, I have less anxiety about them because I've put in stopgaps to try and make sure that if anything bad does happen, then I am at least prepared for it and in some way able to deal with it. That's what I do. That's why I have less anxiety about the future.
Are you prepared to pass away without being near your mom or sister? Well, that is a possibility.
Yes.
You know, that's a possibility.
Yes.
Anything can and will happen. Yes, it can. But I'm not going to not live my life and stay close.
If there's just going to be over and over questions about, like, what about not being in Canada? If it's just that, I'm going to start skipping now.
Before you moved to Kuwait, you wanted to adopt a baby. Is that still a plan? No, not right now.
Thank God. Fuck, thank God. Probably skipped this because the rest being like, what happens if everything falls apart? That shit. Thank God she's not looking to adopt a baby. She's just replaced it by just stealing cats off the street.
I don't know what the future is going to bring. I have a lot of work on myself to do.
Yes.
You know, I want to be responsible.
You should never have a child. Like, you know, she's like, what, 40 years old now? Which, yeah, obviously isn't too old to adopt. You could do it. But she's like such a fucking terrible person. By the time that she does actually fix herself, she would definitely be too old to adopt a baby. Like, certainly too old for that. And then I just wouldn't trust her with a kid. Not like anything, like, oh, you know, oh, she's going to diddle him or nothing like that. I just think she's a terrible person. And if she had control over a child's life, she would just create another her.
Well, that way, maybe in the far future, I don't know. You know, even Salah's views on that has changed. So we just want to. When I came back,
did Salah's did it change? Because I haven't read all of the Kybella text because I was going to do that in like the catch up stream where we did that, which I was thinking about doing for Valentine's Day. I was thinking about doing like maybe a catch up stream on Valentine's Day for a laugh because it's like, well, why not? We should do it on Valentine's Day to celebrate their happy marriage. Maybe we should do it then. So I was going to go through all the texts, but I thought one of the texts was like him talking about asking her if she could have kids. I thought it was something like that. So I don't think his opinion has changed because he clearly wanted kids, and then you probably lied to him and said that you could.
We really talked about life goals as part of like, is it, you know, worth making this marriage work? And he just wants to be with me, regardless if that's, you know, he just wants.
He just so like it's all about me. He just so desperately wants to be with me, guys. That's why he instantly cheated on me the second I wasn't there to check his phone. It's horrible, guys.
To be with me, work on our relationship, stay off of YouTube, focus on me, focus on.
Then why is he never there?
His career,
like ever. His career, does that exist?
He's a smart guy. He's been to university. He wants to develop his life.
He's a smart guy. He's been to university. Some of the dumbest fucks I know have been to university. That means absolutely not. He went to university, guys. Wow. Then why is he so stupid? Like, just constantly stupid.
Life more. And he's a young guy, you know, so.
Is he? Isn't he like in his 30s?
I don't know.
Like, I'm not saying being in your 30s isn't young, but he's like in his 30s. That's not like he's a young guy. You're making it sound like he's 18 and he has his whole future ahead of him. He's like in his 30s, and didn't he like, I don't know, work in like a warehouse at one point, and then he worked delivering food apparently. I don't know the full backstory because I don't really look into Salah that much. But it's like for you gloating that he's been to university, It doesn't seem like he's like, oh, you've been to university. He's basically going to be a doctor tomorrow.
Are you on your way back to Canada right now? Yes. Yes. Why don't you
Wow. Jesus Christ. Editing queen here, guys.
do your walks on lives? That would be nice. I can do that. Sure.
Then
Did you ever consider your YouTube career could be hindering your weight loss motivation? No.
It obviously is.
I don't think so.
It obviously is.
Because I don't associate like.
Of course you don't, because you and Amber both have to answer like this. Because if you answered the other way, people would just say, okay, then quit. If you want to save your life, then quit. But they can't have that because they have to stay online because this is the only way they make money. If they didn't do YouTube, they would become destitute. But at the same time, they want to pretend that YouTube is not a negative factor. It clearly fucking is when your business is literally binging on camera.
Any stress with YouTube, with like anything, like I don't like get stressed.
All you do is freak out. You're freaked out non-stop about these questions. You freaked out non-stop in the community tab recently. You freaked out during the Taco Bell binge. You freaked out during, I don't know, the fish binge. But no, guys, I don't really stress about YouTube at all.
Out to the point where I like go and eat or from YouTube, you know.
Yeah,
like,
you do. Taco Bell binge.
If I rage or get mad, I say what I gotta say, and then that's it. And then it's gone, you know?
No, it's not. That's why you keep doing it over and over and over again and kick up live streams and complain about it. That's why you do it.
That's like the good thing about letting it out. It's gone after that. I don't let it just like ruin my life. I move on very easily.
The face I make when I lie to myself, she moves on very easily.
I'm impulsive.
Bro, she moves on very easily. Oh my fuck, Jesus Christ. You're the last person who could say that. When you obsessed about Natter for like a year straight, and still, even when you temporarily broke up with Salah, the first thing you did was talk about Natter again. I move on I don't really dwell on things. Okay, bro, whatever you want to fucking cope with. Jesus Christ. There was Dank Fupa. People recommended me to check out Dank Fupa, and I went and watched all their 90 Day Fiancé in reverse thing. Really, really funny. Really highly recommend them. And in their most recent video, it's only been up for like a few hours, and Foodie Beauty on an alt account has already been on it, ranting about it and trying to spin it into like a really positive narrative about her and about how handsome Sal is and shit like that. And everyone is just sitting laughing at it because it's like a pinned comment. Everyone's sitting laughing at it because it's so blatantly Foodie Beauty.
In decisions, but that's also, I'm also like my emotions come and go very quickly. So wow. I would say no. I would say if anything, it motivates me more because I have people on my side always trying to.
But no one's on your side. Everyone laughs at you. You're trolled fucking constantly. Hence, your fucking husband cheating on you. There's people on my side, guys. It motivates me so hard. Yet you only gain weight. So that doesn't make sense.
Push me. And even though I'm kind of like, you know, even though I haven't really been successful
ever
to lose weight and get healthy yet.
Yep, ever.
I feel like the extra support of people on my side makes it more motivating.
What support?
Also, the fact that I could potentially help a lot of people. That's one thing I really, really...
Yeah, Foodie's on here because she wants to help people. She's just such a good person. Foodie, I think if you could press a button that said, kill every pretty woman on earth, you would press it twice just to make sure it worked.
Like about it. I don't do mukbangs just for money or anything. I do it like to show you. I like.
That's why you draw out eating as long as possible. It's why your mukbangs are usually your drama videos, because you want to do it as slowly as possible. Because you know people are sitting there watching for the drama, and you want to talk as slowly as possible. Like I said, sometimes you might get a word every 30 seconds. That's why you do mukbangs. It's for money.
Having dinner with you guys. I don't do it like you don't see me eating 5 burgers.
Then you do it on live stream if you want to have dinner with you guys. All you're doing is having dinner with a camera.
If I have a slip up and I want to be honest about it, yeah, maybe I'll do it. But other than that...
That doesn't make sense. If I have a slip up and I want to be honest, so if you have a slip up, you would then have the common sense to sit down, set up your mukbang, like table, set up your camera, set up the lighting and everything like that, and then film it. If you had a slip up, you would think of doing all that shit. You wouldn't just eat it off screen.
Anyways, that's it for this part 1 of the Q&A. I'm sorry if I seem like snarky, but I don't know how else to answer some of the questions without sounding that way, because they're kind of like really weird questions, like dumb questions.
No, because you're just a bitch. That's right. It really is the long and short of it. I skipped the last couple because it was like another like, oh, what happens if Salah's not there? What happens if your visa? It's like, bro, maybe stop answering the same questions just over and over and over again. The last one she answered then was on BBJ, do you regret giving up the cats? And she made it sound like it was the hardest thing she ever had to deal with. But the problem was, guys, I had so little time to make that decision. And it's like, but you didn't. You were coping and pretending that you instantly had to move. This is the whole thing with the chasing a man thing, where you apparently only had a couple of weeks to like literally leave Canada and move to live with Salah. Like, why did you have only a couple of weeks? That doesn't make any sense. It's a long distance relationship, apparently. Why was it not able to stay as a long distance relationship for an extra month or two? Why did it need to be, well, actually, you need to move here right now to get married? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But of course, she's clearly lying. She tries to make it sound like it was the hardest thing ever for her because they were basically my children. It's like, well, I'm glad you said earlier on you wouldn't adopt right now because you're just willing to abandon your children for dick. So there you go. Fantastic.
But thank you guys for asking them anyways. I'll just go down the list and make like as many parts as I need to answer them all. So don't worry.
As many parts as I need to for money. I mean, to answer them all, because I want to talk to you, bees, even though you're all fucking idiots who ask fucking stupid questions. So really, really terrible video. Yeah, it was interesting at first, especially because like she's so clearly upset and so clearly snarky, and it's one of those really funny things where she's talking about like the amount of support she had, and like every question was negative. It was like one or two, which is just like, would you ever try a vegetarian diet again? Like, got kind of like really like nothing questions. But apart from that, like every question was like negative or making fun of her or about Salah in particular. And she probably should have stuck with what she said at the start, but she was going to like lump all of the Salah questions into one. But I guess she then realized like, well, fuck, if I don't answer all of the Salah questions individually, this video is going to be 10 minutes long and I can't put 34 mid-roll ads in the middle of it. So, well, I guess I just have to answer them all over and over again, just with the same answer every single time. Really poor. I might quickly go and look at the live stream here to see if she says anything interesting, and then maybe just do a quick summation at the end of this. So, if not, have a good one. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.
Maybe it's like started then. They will hate and tell you to go outside, but then they make fun of you and your looks when you make an effort to walk outside. There's no winning. Yeah, and they don't do anything with their life. Like, look at what's her face. FF Losers, most recent stream, I think, from most recent vlog from a month ago. What? Her driving back to Montreal. She got like 2K views. No one cares.
The fuck. she added 2 and 2 together and got 17. What the fuck was that? They make fun of you for not having a life, but also make fun of you for going outside and doing stuff. Yeah, none of them have lives. Look at FFG. She did a vlog of her driving. It's like, what? Like, what? I thought she was going to say, like, they don't do anything. They literally just sit at home all day waiting for me to go, because she said that several times. I'm probably skipping all the way to here, because there's been really nothing during this entire live stream so far. So I'm probably just going to quickly sum up the first half. The first half of the live stream, oh, actually, it is the halfway mark, so that's perfect. The first half of the live stream has just been her lying there, saying that she's in a lot of pain. She is basically being told to rest, because she has sciatica, and it's gotten so much worse, guys, and she's trying different medications for it, and she's wanting gabapentin, but she's not sure if they have gabapentin. Oh, just over and over and over again. It's really boring. Clearly getting trolled by chat, because she's just too stupid to realize she's getting trolled. When people are like, my dad is a doctor in Kuwait, I will email you. It's like, oh, really? Okay, if you go to my previous videos, you'll find my contact information. Definitely do that. And he's like, bro, how the fuck do you not realize you're being trolled? There's like no one here. There's like no one here in this fucking live stream. I mean, like looking in the corner, and I think I see like out of members' names, like 6 or 7, maybe, like it's over and over, and the rest are just like Anon's just like trolling her, and she just does not realize it whatsoever. Every once in a while, she takes a shot at like reactors, even though, you know, the last time she says she's like definitely gonna not address them anymore. So the last time I'm giving them any thought whatsoever, I just move on. I don't think about them at all. And then she admitted she's been watching drama apparently with a bunch of like Gorlworld people have been fighting or something, and she's been watching their like videos and the drama about them and all, and how they're more pathetic than she is. And you're just like, bro, I thought you didn't have time for this. I thought you didn't do any of this stuff. But apparently she sits there and watches drama videos about her detractors because she hates them so much. It's like, bro, how the fuck do you not realize how bad a look this is? And that's pretty much it. She just randomly just snipes at people every once in a while, and then just talks about how she's lying here and, oh guys, I'm just going to have to order in food every day for a while here. Oh, it's just, you know, because I can't do my wifely duties. And people asking, is Sal there looking after you? She's like, yes. Oh, but also I do a lot of the stuff around the house anyway, because, you know, I just force myself to. I was like, a second ago you just said that you couldn't do it because like you're bed bound and you couldn't cook, and that's why you have to order takeout. But Salah can't do stuff because you have to look after stuff for him, and Salah might also be getting surgery soon, so he's in a bad way as well, so he can't do. And it's like, bro, the amount of lies is just insane. It feels like she is being made to do these walking videos for content, and she doesn't want to do them anymore, so she is pretending to be in lots of pain so she can just have an excuse to not do them for Salah. And that's why she's like, oh, don't worry, I'll go out, I'll make money instead on live stream. And like, I don't know, this made like £5 so far. That has been, like, I looked at Playboard, it's £5 she makes for this entire live stream. Genuinely, like, pathetic. Like, actually embarrassing. Yeah, just really bad in general. She randomly made a point about filters as well. Like, oh, I'm not filtered. I don't filter. If I filter my body, I would filter myself to look much smaller because I look huge in my videos. So if I was going to filter myself, I'd make myself look a lot smaller. And it's like, but that'd be even less believable. That's the problem. It's like, this is like the limit of what the filters can do on you, and that's why you still look huge, even though you are bigger, because we have seen you in like unfiltered photos, and you are actually bigger. And then immediately goes, and anyway, who doesn't care? All my haters use filters anyway, so who fucking cares if I use filters? You know that thing I said before, where she has to argue both sides, because she very clearly is using filters, but she has to argue both sides, so that if it's ever found that she's using filters, she can go, anyway, who cares? I always said who cares if you have filters on, because she has to do that. Because then she pointed out, it's like, well, Kylie Jenner uses filters as well, like, as if that's any form of defense for like why she has to look like she's 350 pounds as opposed to 450 pounds. But yeah, really bad. This has been a really poor live stream so far.
Because no one gives a crap what you do other than being a hateful bee. Like, that couldn't be me. I don't care
it
how
is
much
you.
views she gets. It's not enough for me. Like,
literally sitting here ranting whilst apparently being like so crippled she can barely move. Is literally lying here like a fucking walrus ranting about FFG.
Like, nope, I could never. Honestly, that
Fantastic.
was I think around the time she stalked the dispensary too.
Oh
like,
my
how
god.
miserable is your life? That's what you do.
But okay, that doesn't make sense, because the time she thought she like stalked the dispensary was apparently the day that she came out into the rage room, which I think were 2 different dates. So like, how could that be the time she stalked the dispensary and went and like asked someone, if you then said that the person who like they touted on you was your high school bully who was working the day that you had went that day? So that doesn't make any sense.
On a day off or whatever you're doing, you could be doing with your husband.
It also doesn't make any sense, like, whatsoever, because she claimed that she had spoken to the dispensary who had investigated and found like all this information and all this kind of shit on it, and like someone was going to get fired because of it, and it was all FFG's fault. But now she's like, she's not sure what date it was on. So how could you have got an employee in trouble if you're not sure even what date that this happened on? So none of this actually makes any form of sense.
Or your fake husband, your fake husband.
Your fake husband.
Dispensary.
Your fake husband.
So pathetic.
But I'm glad you're not addressing them anymore.
Oh no. Desert Rose, I should see a therapist then.
You really should see a therapist, yeah.
Yeah,
not the kind of therapist that she's talking about, the actual therapist.
Does it have avatars that are 100% digital? Exactly.
Mine's not 100% digital. Mine's, some of it's actual real. It's a picture of a real potato.
Oh really?
Fantastic. Oh, I guess we're just going to line again, and I'm going back to doing my hoovering or something like that. Yeah, it's been a really poor live stream. It is just like bouncing back and forth. I can't go out and do any exercising, and guys, you don't realize how much I want to do it. Oh, I really want to do the exercising, but I just can't right now. Oh, it's so hard, guys, on me. I just so want to do it. That kind of shit. To then like complaining about the hate channels, and also admitting that she watches like live streams about them and all that kind of shit. So yeah, I'll be back later on, I guess.
They're all more pathetic. Like, they all have messed up skeletons in their closets. Like, okay. I don't know if they finished the investigation. I
guess it's back already.
They sent me an email saying they were looking into. I made like 1 complaint about it.
Okay, so
they said they were investigating it.
So the whole thing was a lie then.
They probably were.
So Wicked Laughter totally fucking demolished you, because I said, it was so obvious by what she just said there that she never did it, that this whole thing was fake, and she was just trying to make FFG look like a bad guy for getting someone fired. When my argument is like, because I was sitting thinking about like the dispensary thing, and like, is it kind of weird going up and asking someone like that? Yes, sure, but at the same time, Foodie failed so hard to take the high ground. That's the biggest problem. Like, Foodie could have easily just taken the high ground and said, it's a bit much, isn't it, guys? Isn't this a wee bit much? Like, I get you trolling and stuff like that. I get you making videos about me, but this is a bit much. She probably could have easily taken the high ground by trying to do that, but her immediately going like full Karen and saying like, well, someone's getting fired because of this, and it's my high school bully, and then doxing the random person, and then saying it's not a dox, and then saying, well, I don't care if I doxed them because they were mean to me 30 years ago, that kind of shit. Like, she immediately lost the high ground and somehow turned like a W into a massive fucking L. And it's like, how the fuck did you even manage that, bro? Because you could have easily just said, it's a bit weird, but whatever. But instead, she had to say, well, I've contacted them and they're going to randomly fire this person who's a high school bully of mine who I don't like, even though it didn't really match up with the FFG story over and over again. The whole thing was just really stupid. And now it's pretty obvious that she never actually did any of it because she's too fucking lazy.
She must be hella miserable to pull the stunt she did. That was next level evil. And they think it's a one-up. Like, it only speaks of your character. Like, people think...
What do you... I'm sorry, like, what... That was next level evil. Okay, I'm going to make a point that it was not next level evil. May say it's a bit too much. Yeah, but it wasn't, like, next level evil. Like, that's actually insane. Actually, it's insane to say, oh, well, she's next level evil because she asked someone, hey, has this woman bought, you know, she's a YouTube influencer. Because that's the thing. Like, what Foodie Beauty did was way worse than what FFG did, in my opinion. Maybe that's controversial. Who fucking knows? But trying to get someone fired for something like that is bad. But then he's to think, well, if you feel like that, then you have to feel that it wasn't FFG's fault, that it was a staff member's fault for coming out and actually telling that information when they should have been more careful with it. But at the same time, if FFG approached them and said, here's a famous YouTuber, she says she comes to the store all the time, does she? And it's just like, oh yeah, she shops here, you know, something like that. Is that like a big deal when like Foodie Beauty is like claiming she's a big like YouTuber? Would FFG possibly know that? Sorry, would the staff member possibly know the history between her and FFG? Would she immediately know? Oh, this person might have given me a shout out or something like at the store shout out. Like, who knows? That's the biggest problem with all this. Foodie Beauty then trying to get someone fired and like doxing them. That is way worse in my opinion. Because you could have just been like, that's fucked up. FFG's a bad one. Why would you then try and take it out on someone else who you consider to be innocent in the whole thing? Especially then go, FFG, it's your fault they're getting fired. Well, no, it's not. It's either your fault for trying to complain about it, or it's that person's fault for giving out the sensitive information. It's weird for you to try and blame FFG for someone else getting fired when you're the one trying to get them fired, or it's their fault for being the one who gave out the information which is going to cause them to get fired. FFG is like the least party out of those three if you're concerned about the information being given out.
Think that they can escape karma.
This woman is literally apparently bedbound, lying there, like dying slowly, but she's talking about people getting karma and how they're terrible and miserable. And it's like, yep, they're so much more miserable than me. The video titled Bedbound Era.
Hi, Hati. ARS. I know you're watching. You've been snarky with me in a comment where I mentioned no ill will. Call me out and block me in your life. ARS. Isn't that person Muslim? And they're like backbiting and gossiping about people? Nice Muslim you are. So don't talk about me being a bad Muslim.
What? Okay, sorry, fucking what?
You know what?
I guess I wasn't clicked on that. What the fuck? I'm sorry, I was in the other room, sorry. What the fuck? I do not get this whatsoever. Like, oh, this person was randomly snarky and arguing with someone. Good Muslim you are. Bro, how the fuck do you have the gall to say that about anyone? Like, I was sitting there listening to the other room and I just hear that. It's like, how does she not realize how just ridiculous? I don't know who this ARS person is apparently, but they're arguing with someone online and it's like, bro, half of this live stream has you just been taking random pot shots whilst fucking lying around looking like this. You have no right to try and criticize someone for not being a good Muslim.
Celebrax is an N said. Yeah, that's what I thought. Who is Ars?
You're not gonna answer?
Consisting of
just not gonna answer? Okay. What the fuck? Not even gonna answer? Okay, well, I guess I'll never learn who they are. Okay, guys, that's the end of the stream. There was really nothing else. It was just the repeat of the first half again. She just randomly took a couple of shots at reaction channels. One in particular seems to really upset her, called Yaba. I think it was one of the pictures she showed previously. She keeps going after her. Apparently, her, like, ex-boyfriend or something died, and apparently he died of, like, overdose. And Foodie Beauty, of course, as the kind Muslim she is, as mentioned in the previous segment, she randomly said, like, how can you insult me for going with Nader, who's addicted to cocaine, when your ex-boyfriend was addicted to meth? So, yeah. And it's like, that is such a weird flex. How can you, like, come for me for my current boyfriend, the one that I am currently chasing and saying is, like, the perfect man, is addicted to meth and cocaine and stuff like that, when your ex is addicted? It's like, because she's not with that person anymore. So if she's still with that person, then yeah, that would be hypocritical. But if she's not with that person anymore, that's not a flex. It's not an insult. Apparently, though, that person's also striking channels or something. Like, I have no idea. I don't really care. But yeah, it was pretty much just her talking about that over and over and over again, and it really wasn't overly interesting. And also just talking about the side again over and over, and it's, oh guys, I really want to work out, but I can't. Oh, it's so hard on me, etc., etc. And then nothing else really happening there. Refusing to turn the camera around because I don't know, she didn't want to show that the place was filthy, I guess. But yeah, she just randomly said she doesn't want to turn the camera around because, oh, there's a few pillows out of place, so I'm assuming the place is an absolute fucking state. That's gonna be the video, guys. I'm gonna try and, like I said, I'm just gonna include that bit. Oh yeah, do you like the name Just Boozing? So she laughed when Just Boozing came in. She laughed, and it was like hilariously right out because this person's clearly a troll as well. Because they came in and they just right after the addiction stuff, where she was trying to like talk about how dare you addiction shame, and then Just Boozing came in, and I think Just Breezing was previously like an alcoholic or something like that, and she immediately laughed at the name. And this is why the person's saying, do you like the name Just Boozing? Because it shows how hypocritical, I guess, she is again, that she thinks it's funny that you're insulting someone for an addiction when I know. It's just, it's very Chantel coded to use Amber's terminology. But that's going to be it, guys. Have a good one. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.